Good afternoon, and welcome to Masterchat, the show that takes all things Masterchef and bakes them in a delicious banter pie. I'm your host, Ben Pobjie, and with me to discuss week 2 of Masterchef Australia 2013 is comedian, raconteur, and bon vivant, Bert Goldsmith.
Good evening.
Welcome to Masterchat.
Thank you very much for inviting me on to Masterchat. I appreciate it.
Now, are you a foodie?
The term foodie does my head in a little bit.
Right.
Yes.
That suggests to me that you are one.
I am one.
Because no one who isn't a foodie would say, the term foodie does my head in.
Look, I'm a big fan of food.
Yes.
A big fan of the gourmet delights that are afoot.
Are you a gourmet?
I'm a gourmand.
Or you're simply a gourmand?
A gourmand.
The people's gourmet.
That's right.
So when you watch MasterChef, what I'm getting at is, when you watch MasterChef, you have some idea of whether what they're doing is right or wrong.
Yes.
Without them saying so.
In a lot of cases, yes.
Without.
Which is wank, and it hurts me.
It's wank that you know that, or they are doing wank?
It's wank that I can say that's part of who makes up my being.
Do you feel it's a bit effeminate? Are you buying into this whole battle of the sexes thing? No?
That's garbage.
The battle of the sexes thing is over.
Well, it is now. Because we're up to episode, what are we up to, 7 or 8 or something?
Well, it's the end of week 2 and they were only doing it for 2 weeks. It seems like
it's a gimmick.
The marketing campaign for the boys versus girls thing went on for a really long time, given they were only going to do it for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know, but they didn't say they were going to do it for 2 weeks.
I know, that's the thing. We thought this is the whole show. We thought we're going to really dig down and get to know something about gender issues, but we didn't.
I'm a little bit surprised that they didn't do it in a way that, like other shows where they eliminate everyone, and then those eliminated contestants get to come back later on. So if they eliminate the boys versus girls and the girls win, the boys are out.
Yeah.
Right? Gone.
Yeah.
Unbeknownst to them, they've gone to their own secret
boy lab,
probably on an island in Sydney Harbour, and there's
Goat Island, perhaps.
Goat Island, perfect. And then they can just cook goat.
Yes.
Whatever you can do with goat.
The legendary wild goats of Goat Island. Exactly. They'll be catching them with their bare hands, drowning them in the waters around Goat Island.
Yeah, it'll be very Lord of the Flies.
Or Lord of the Goats. That was a literary reference, sorry. Lord
of the Goats.
I thought you were just suggesting that one of them would actually be a Lord of the Flies.
Yeah, in the end.
Or that you were mispronouncing Lord of the Fries.
Yeah, which is
I don't think they have one of those on Goat Island.
Did you know Lord of the Fries is vegan?
Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it?
Weird. The chicken, I don't think they call them chicken nuggets. They just call them nuggets.
They just call them nuggets. And see, well, that could be anything, couldn't it?
And it is anything.
That's the thing. If KFC just started saying, here are some nuggets, you'd start to get a bit freaked out.
You go, what?
And they're like, we can't say that. Goat nuggets would probably be nice.
Oh. Yeah, but why don't they? And then all of the boys eliminate each other by ways of...
Poison.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
Like...
throwing pigs' heads at each other, that sort of thing. Goats' heads.
Yeah, like, I would like to see someone die with a goat skull.
Yeah.
That kind of thing, until there is only one.
But what would be good is if you saw someone bashed with a goat skull at the end of an episode, but you didn't see who did it, and that was the cliffhanger.
Or who it was.
Yeah.
You just saw it come down.
And a splash of blood on the camera.
Yeah. See, that would get me to watch again.
Yeah. I hope Gary, George and Matt are watching this and they're taking notes, because we can spice up the show, and not in the sense of, let's put some spice in some things, because that's getting... Anyway.
We've got ideas. That's all we're saying.
Yeah, we've got ideas. We're a resource. Use us. You know? It's kind of like you're Gina Reinhardt and Masterchat is the Pilbara and you're just refusing to dig it up. Get with the program.
Dig in.
Anyway, the battle of the sexes is over and the women won. Yep. So women are better at cooking. I don't know why the men are still there.
They're still in it. So it's basically that marketing, which is unusual. That marketing was a lie.
Yes.
All of it.
Did it surprise you that the women won?
No. Women can cook.
Women can cook.
Men can cook. They were just better on the day.
So...
it'd be like, I don't know, Melbourne winning a football game.
So when we say men are better than women, we're not talking about cooking. It's in other areas
in
that
other
men
area.
are the superior sex.
Yeah, in every other area.
So,
That's not true, by the way. I would just like to
no,
retract that.
we're professional comedians. Don't try this without training. You'll end up, you'll malbruff it. Now, the other thing this week was they were in the Barossa, which coincided with the South Australian government launching a big campaign promoting the Barossa as a good place to get murdered.
Good fortune that they were just there at the same time as these insanely Wolf Creekish ads started playing.
I feel it would have tied in a little better if at some point they'd actually had Nick Cave guest judging.
Or Nick Cave on there murdering something, like laying Kylie Minogue down.
Yes.
And
bashing her head in with a rock.
With a goat skull.
With a goat skull from Goat Island.
From Goat Island, yeah. See, ideas.
But it's too late now. They've left the Barossa, so we can't.
Well, they've got to tell us what they're doing next, so we can get on.
I hope people have seen this ad for the Barossa, where you're encouraged. They show shots of the Barossa, and they play Nick Cave's Red Right Hand, and it's like, here's a barren landscape. Here's a woman wandering lonely in a field. Here's a mysterious man on a hill. Here's a girl rolling in the mud.
And these are flash shots. They're like 1 second grab of a guy holding something. I didn't see that, but in the other hand, high-powered rifle with a scope.
Yes. There's lots of dead meat as and then it says $99 one-way flights from Melbourne to Adelaide. One way.
And then the tagline is the Barossa, be consumed.
Yeah. Well, literally.
Yeah. Be eaten.
Be consumed.
Come to the Barossa on your one-way flight.
By this guy with a gun who was going to hang you from a hook in his shed. So if you go to the Barossa for your next holiday, you're not coming back.
Don't order.
That's been made clear.
The Snowtown special.
Now
different.
Well, it's because they didn't take advantage of the Snowtown connection at all. They didn't have a Snowtown themed dinner.
None of the.
They didn't go for the barrel method of cooking, where you boil the food inside a barrel.
Yeah, lime, I guess, destroys food.
Lime it's overrated.
Yeah. They could have had that, a key lime pie, but it was actually made out of lime.
The problem is, if you're trying to dispose of a body and you've heard that lime is good for it, don't be squeezing actual limes.
Yeah, but they're too expensive.
Or don't pelt the body with limes.
Oh, that would be...
That's a waste of limes.
A torturous way to kill somebody. That's more sore.
To be fair, the Snowtown killers did find fairly torturous ways to kill people.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
As did the Masterchef killers. Off camera. Do you think Maggie Beer is a murderer?
Look, I think she's got it in her.
Yeah. She's not the type to murder for no reason, but if you push her...
Yeah. I mean, there's a fine line between murder and manslaughter.
Yeah.
And I certainly think that as a premeditated kind of thing, maybe not.
Yeah.
But as some kind of revenge.
Yeah.
Like a hot-blooded anger revenge death.
Yeah.
Oh, she could do that. I saw her skin a chicken.
I know, that's the thing. First night in the Barossa, our first night, because we watch it at night. First day they were in the Barossa, a butcher showed them how to chop up meat, and they were all chopping up meat and dismembering animals and stuff. And we thought, this is pretty brutal.
Yeah.
And then
with a knife, though. You did it cleanly and effectively.
And then the second, they weren't just ripping them apart with their teeth.
No.
That'd be quite a challenge.
The
second night, though, we come to Maggie Beer, and there's something very, really disturbing, sort of Kevin Spacey and Seven-ish about it. She shows them how to skin a chicken all in one piece, and then
just your talons,
and then wrap chicken up in its own skin and cook it. And it's like, that is a serial killer's
That is very Hannibal.
Delight.
That is a little bit Hannibal.
That's sick. And I thought, why are they trying to promote the Barossa as a violent, psychopathic place?
There's an answer to that. I'm not sure why.
Is it because it is?
From what I've seen, yes.
I mean, they eliminate people out in the middle of a windswept field. It all speaks of death and decay.
And disappearing bodies and children who will never be seen again. It does have image of that.
You know, we are told that after Michael and Xavier were eliminated, Michael now plans to open a tapas bar adjoining his cinema. Now, Michael's a bit of an idiot, but is he really that dumb as to do that?
Well,
or has he actually been stowed in a barrel?
Is that... Yeah, you know what they don't do? They don't seem to follow up. Where are they now, Masterchef?
No, they just have the text, and then we're supposed to just believe them.
Yeah.
For all we know, every single eliminated Masterchef contestant is dead for the last 5 years.
Did Justine Schofield win it?
No, actually, she's got her own show. Maybe that's the thing, you either get your own show or you die.
Get murdered. Yeah, it's a little Running Man.
I mean, it's like Xavier is apparently looking for experience in kitchens.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, is a good idea because clearly he had never been in a kitchen before he entered the show.
That's...
Like, not a professional kitchen, any kitchen.
Yeah, I've got some...
He had never seen an oven.
No, and I mean, I don't like to do dishes.
No.
So if Xavier wants a bit of experience, just get in touch.
Yeah, or
come over.
Or if he wants to come to my kitchen and we can just make out.
Oh, that's an experience.
Just no pressure. I mean, it'll go as far as you want it to go, Xavier. But they'll be touching consensually. Is what I'm saying. I'm not pushing anyone into anything.
Yeah.
I mean, physically, I'm pushing Xavier into
or something into Xavier.
Into like the sink.
Oh yeah, you can push something into Xavier.
Yeah.
Consensually.
Like one of Maggie Beer's chicken parcels.
Or. Yeah. Well, you could. Like, it doesn't say. He didn't say he wants cooking experience.
No, he just wants experience in kitchens.
Experiences. He wants to go hot air ballooning.
Yes.
In a kitchen. He wants to get on a quad bike.
Yeah. He wants to do the Sydney Harbour Bridge climb.
In a kitchen.
In a kitchen. Which is difficult. He may have to construct a portable kitchen around himself, a bit like the shower curtain that Daniel wears in the Karate Kid, but a kitchen.
Like a one-man band kind of thing.
Yeah, so he's walking around, he's always in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So he could make so much money down in like Burke Street Mall.
Oh my God, tap your feet and it grates a carrot.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Just
up here there's,
the human kitchen.
A blender thing that just
and you can step inside, you can cook things on him. Ideas. See, Xavier, if you're out there and you haven't been murdered, which is a long shot, obviously, you should think about this. You should seriously think about this. Now, Maggie Beer is an icon of cooking, apparently. I don't know. Everyone seems to call her
Australia's Queen of the Kitchen.
Yeah.
I think.
That was a weird thing because like some people call her the Queen of the Barossa. I call her Australia's Queen of the Kitchen, and I was like, that's not an impressive step up, really. No. I mean, it's like, I feel like he thought that he would have a better ending to that sentence than he didn't.
It's kind of like he was ad-libbing. It's kind of like, you could be the Queen of Sweden, or the Queen of England.
Yeah.
You're still the Queen.
Big deal.
Of something.
The point is, she's a queen.
She's a queen.
And everyone likes to hug her.
Yeah. She's touchy.
But you, with your eagle eye, with your journalist's eye for detail.
And you would have to be eagle-eyed to catch it.
Spotted something interesting in the Maggie Beer episode.
I did, and I've looked into it a little more since we discussed this. Now, Maggie Beer, unbeknownst to me previously, has some offspring.
Not the show offspring.
No,
she doesn't have a DVD box set of offspring.
She might have that.
Yeah.
She probably is quite a fan. She has some offspring, and there was something alarming about Saskia Beer.
Saskia Beer, which is a good name for a beer.
Oh, it is, yeah, because it sounds like one of those beers that you would get from Aldi.
Yes.
Saskia Beer.
I'd be surprised, you'd be sitting home, it's from Aldi, but it's actually quite good.
Yeah, and it would be in a 300ml bottle.
Saskia Beer.
Saskia.
The number one beer of the Flemish people.
Correct, and You would probably guess that it would be pronounced Saskia because it would have like two eyes with an uber fleck in the middle. So
KJE.
yeah. Kia. I want you all to go back to episode 6.
On the website.
You can play catch up.
I can't say the address of the website because we are not allowed to promote websites on this show. Except for popular microblogging website Twitter.
And I want you to go back to that episode where Maggie Beer is. It says Maggie Beer under it. And go to...
You'll know her when you see her.
Look, you probably already know who she is. And if you don't, shame on... What are you even watching this for?
Maybe they're watching it to find out. What if
up.
they just Googled Maggie Beer and this came up?
Oh, God, I hope that happens. I hope when you Google Maggie Beer, Masterchat.
Oh, we've got to say Maggie Beer quite a lot
Maggie
then.
Beer.
Make sure it's in the tags.
Oh yeah, be consumed. Maggie.
Sure, we'll get the backroom boys onto that.
What do we need to?
We've only got one backroom boy. We work him like a dog.
And we call him the backroom boy for different reasons than he works in the back room.
Yeah, we don't even have a back room. We've got one room.
One room.
Well, I mean, he does. I have an entire house. I keep him in a room. So tell us about Saskia Beer.
Saskia was a striking woman, and I do need you all to go back to episode 6 and go to the bit at the end where they're judging the food. Okay,
Yes.
It might take a couple of tries, but you can click forward and back. Wade through the Jeep adverts where you want to murder 2 little kids who keep saying, "My mum bought a Jeep," because no one cares. And then look out for Saskia, who is one of the testers and one of the triers of the food. She's wearing a white jacket, and I want you to look out for her remarkable ears. I have
Talented ears? Are they remarkable?
They're remarkable. They stand out. I think she works as ground control at an airport. And what she can do is make her ears blink one at a time. So she just stand there and it's like blink, blink, so people know where they're going.
What you're saying is her ears are somewhat bright.
They're bright. They stand out something terrible. But there is a couple of things that I've noticed since then because I've rewatched this particular.
I admire your commitment to go back and rewatch it.
I don't know of
again
anybody
and
else
again.
named Saskia, so I was taken by that to start with.
Right.
Beer as a surname is wonderful.
Yes.
I'm a bit disappointed that they didn't use that a little more cleverly, and just call them, bitter.
Yeah.
Or ice cold.
Yeah.
As was your suggestion.
Of course, when Maggie Beer is about to have sex with a man, she often screams, "You're about to be beer battered."
I hope that's true.
It is true. I'm not saying that I've had sex with her, but I'm not saying I haven't.
And there are a couple of things to notice though, right? One of them is that Maggie Beer hides her ears well with her hair.
Do you think she has red ears too?
I think it's genetic.
The beer ears.
They're inherited.
The beer ears are bright red.
Yep, Saskia's beer ears.
Possibly because of some kind of gypsy curse.
Oh, I'd say it's almost certainly gypsy curse.
Or maybe it's just blood flow.
Could be a blood flow issue.
Perhaps their ears are burning because people talk about them so
She could
much.
have been so embarrassed.
Stop your gossip, new idea. So embarrassed.
So embarrassed about being one of the food tasters on the show that she couldn't hide. You know when people just, like in an unusual situation and they get all flushed?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they plastered her head with anti-blushing materials to make her look like she's
They've
not.
Queen Elizabeth to...
Yeah, but her ears...
They forgot her ears.
Forgot.
It's easy to forget ears.
Then again, I'm pretty sure you could put any amount of whatever you want on those ears and that would shine through.
Maybe they did.
They could have.
So this is really a Rudolph the reindeer kind of situation.
Yeah.
Like she could guide your sleigh with her ears.
Ground control.
If you were using it to escape from a murderer in the Barossa.
If you saw Nick Cave, I'd be out of there pretty quickly. I'd be straight down to the Barossa airport.
So, look, women are better than men. Maggie Beer has a family issue with red ears. Go to the Barossa, you will be murdered. Let's look at the actual situation in what we laughingly call the competition. Michael's out. There's no more lycanthropy to be found.
No.
Xavier is out, stumbling his way back home, bumping into things.
Casually. More easygoing than I would probably expect. Like, he could probably murder a couple of kids accidentally with his car and then just casually, sorry guys, sorry about that. And everybody would go, don't worry about it. It's so lovable.
Clarissa is still there, despite the fact she literally cannot tell the difference between food and furniture.
Yeah, Clarissa, explain it.
And Nolene is still there, getting ever closer to the point where she will physically assault everyone else.
Clarissa first, probably. What I'm hoping is that Clarissa...
Nolene will bash Clarissa.
Yeah, I'm hoping that.
Well, someone's got to.
It'll happen. This is where the real boys versus girls thing should have come out. They should have made them fight.
So,
at all. Man versus woman. That's only fair.
But maybe it'll just be a free-for-all now. It'll be woman on woman, and we all like that. Wrapping up, you've been a great guest. I've enjoyed our time together immensely, and I hope we have more intimate moments like this. Before we go, who's your tip to take out this whole thing?
Token? Oh, totem?
Totem. Totem.
No, it's not, actually. I think it should be gone.
You are not that stupid.
Look, Nikki should be gone.
Yep.
Totem should be gone. Clarissa, explain to me why she is still there. A bunch. None of them. Handsome... Carer.
Linton.
He should be probably the winner.
He'll win, yep.
Based on...
Let's hope so.
Karma alone.
Yes. Absolutely. I agree. This has been episode 2 of Masterchat. Please tune in next week when we'll be going into a detailed discussion of the disgusting thing that Christina did on her stovetop. Thank you, and good night.